Patriots and Bills.
Whew.
Bills had their way last year. They swept New England last year, and this is after, I guess the fall of Brady. They tore the statue down and then took over the country, in the AFC East last year, and now Bills back, fully constituted, once again on a roll with a quarterback that doesn't make many mistakes and is pushing the ball down the field on occasion, and the running game and the defense and the special teams and the coaching. This looks just like the Patriots that we came to know and love or hate, depending on your point of view. So tonight, here they come into Western New York, and this is it. This is it. The Bills can take a stand and say, tonight is the night we show you last year was no fluke. We already know nationwide it was no fluke. I know it. Anybody who watches the Bills knows it, that's no fluke. That's a terrific quarterback. That's a terrific defense. This is a playoff team. I mean, you could look at the Bills and say that's a playoff team. The question is, are they a division-winning playoff team? And are they a team that can get back to the AFC Championship game? They are up and they are down on that front about the AFC Championship game, but certainly in the first month of the season, first 6 weeks of the season, certainly going into that Halloween weekend game in SoFi that I watched the Patriots beat the Chargers to go on win 2 of their current 6-game win streak. The Bills were still considered the best team in the AFC East and having a shot to win that division when they were going into that game in Jacksonville, losing that game to go presumably 6-2. They emerged from it at 5-3. And like, okay, now what was that all about?
Yeah.
They get right game against the Jets, and then they get smoked by the Colts at home. And what's that about? And then they go into New Orleans and look like the team from last year. But is that a New Orleans thing or is that a Bills thing? I mean, that's what tonight is about. Right. In terms of their long-term viability to win it all. They're a playoff team, for sure. The question is, how are they a playoff team? As a division winner? And the crazy thing is that we're wondering about that about the Bills, and they could be in first place, although not all alone, in the conference. Flat out in the mix for a 1 seed. They have to win tonight for that. And if they win tonight, we still have a 4-way tie atop the AFC as we currently do right now. They just supplant the Patriots in that mix at 8-4 with the bye-weeking Titans and the Ravens you just lost and the Chiefs who are on a nice win streak of their own. They would just replace the Patriots in that 4-way division leaders atop their respective division at 8-4. And the Titans would be number 1 in that mix again, and the Bills would be 2, Ravens 3, Chiefs 4. And the Patriots be a half game behind that 8-4 Palooza. If the Patriots win, they've got the lone 1 seed spot. Whew. A half game in front of 3 teams at 8-4 and 1 team at 7-5, and the Bills, along with the 7-5 Chargers and the 7-5 Bengals. That's what's at stake tonight. And there's those Colts at 7-6, back on that win streak again after losing to the Bucs. Back on their winning ways again, pardon me. It's 7-6 with the Steelers at 6-5-1. That's what's at stake tonight. Exciting stuff. No question about it. Big game. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.